I was sitting here thinking, just admiring God, bro. I mean, I'm thankful for learning this stuff, boy. I mean, like the choking, rolling, and the tucking. I know the details in it. I mean, it's a list of things that do it, but I'm not gonna talk about that. But I want to talk about the warp energy. The warp energy came from Satan can't give you nothing. Satan can't create nothing. And what it is, the world done sold, there's too many people that sold souls. And so what they did was, what Satan did was, Satan just, if you ask Satan for something, Satan just went over here across the world, find your twin or your flame, and said, do this. Get that person, you know, Satan got a demon or something to work for him. Get that person to do this. And it's gonna affect this person this way. And what it is, the whole world just done did, just like starting with Eve. Go over here and do this. Eve affected Adam. Adam, why you look like that? Eve over here on the other tree doing something she ain't got no business. On her knees. Not like that. If you want to say it like that, whatever. I gotta quit saying it. I done made it a habit now. But Eve over there on the tree. And you just gotta think about it. Choking, rolling, and tucking. You know? So it affects it's just devil deals. I had to find this out. I just want to know why people in the biblical day wasn't doing what we doing today. They had every reason to do everything we doing today. They ain't had nothing to do. They ain't have nothing to do. You would think opposite. We got a lot of distractions. But we got a lot of knowledge though. You know, so we should know better to do stuff. They didn't have all the stuff we got. Well, I guess they didn't. They might have did. Now I'm sitting here thinking about it. But anyway, so every sin lines up to something. Every sin in the world lines up to something. Now, back to the choking, rolling, and the tucking. That's a list of things that they can do that with. And somebody in an organization knows about it. This is probably information that they buried. But it's coming to the surface now. And I can almost guarantee you, you can count up. You can count up the. You can count up the dogs, and you can count up the people who are affected in their forests, and they're gonna wind up being the same. Well, what that mean? Yeah, it can't be. It means you just need to be with the tree. It means you need to be with your own tree. Now the hard part is finding your own twin and flame. Most of y'all done sacrificed. Most of y'all probably done sacrificed. I'm glad I stayed away from people, bro. I'm glad I stayed celibate. I'm just sitting here thinking about that because most of y'all probably done killed y'all own flame, twin, and everything. So it's okay. Let's look at it another way. Okay. Somebody want money. Somebody want to party like a rock star, live the fast life. Somebody want money. Want to party like a rock star, live the fast life. Y'all can go study this. There's people studying it right now. Especially since I've been talking about it, they don't think I know. They got classes on this stuff. And they know it's real. People know it's real. So, let's say somebody went to say, don't do that part, of course. We don't need no more people making no more deals. And Satan can't give you nothing. Now, that's the most powerful thing I'm trying to tell you. Satan can't create nothing. Satan gonna take let's say you want to be rich, or you want to be famous or whatever. Satan gonna take your tree, and Satan gonna take a flame twin or a soulmate from your tree 9 times out of 10, and Satan gonna fight, because that tree could be anywhere in the world. Anybody in your tree could be anywhere in the world, and Satan gonna take. You gotta imagine 2 strings. Satan gonna take you down here, and your twin or flame or your soulmate is way up here, and they got everything you want. They wealthy. They got everything that you want. They might not even know it yet, like in my case, but they got it already. Either way, Satan gonna take that string and take your string, put it right here, and put that person right there, and that person right there gonna be stuck for 5 to 10 years if they don't die pissed off, because confirmation, my own confirmation, God confirmation inside me, confirmation. That's it. So okay, now watch this. We got a lot of problems in the world. The earth is warped energy. Perverse, basically warped energy. Alright, you look at all the people that done sold their soul, you know, through lifetime. People want to be celebrities, you know, Hollywood, entertainment, this and that, blah, 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 all the way back to Eve. And you imagine a string. Now, this string, my whole arm is a string. By now, especially since Eve, the string will have to be crossed up. You know what I'm saying? They'll be crossed up like this right here. You know what I was doing. They'll be crossed up like this right here. So, what would you do to fix this right here? Have a revelation and a rapture. Nailed it. Look, you have a revelation and a rapture. So, how would you fix it? Okay, let's go back to the sex realm. And let's say people continuing to do stuff they shouldn't do. They starting to get these fractions, burns, and it ain't feeling good like it used to. And they realize they gotta do more drugs just to get entertainment out of it. So the string's starting to do this. Cause you know why? They starting to slow down. Now and then eventually they gonna get to the point where I just need to find me one person, cause I can't keep doing this. My lower back killing me. And it's gonna do this. That's just some of the energy. And the other energy gonna do the same thing. A rapture. Alright, rapture again. Auction, rapture. Okay. Who's still alive that had to get stuck? Like y'all card readers is messing that part up real bad. Sacrifices somebody. You gotta know who you sacrifice. You can't sacrifice anybody, and the person that's being sacrificed is not the bad guy. Okay? That's the guy, that's the lamb. That's the sheep. That's the guy that did nothing. You gotta sell your soul to sacrifice somebody. So you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You gotta sell your soul to sacrifice somebody. So it's the people who trying to sacrifice somebody. Why you sacrificing? What do you do? Okay. Now you realize that's a problem now. Okay, you killing folk legally, basically. Alright, so now you realize, okay, rapture. Okay, you sacrifice this person. This person's a good person, but see, most people that get sacrificed, they gotta be stuck for 5 or 10 years. And they don't want to be stuck for 5 or 10 years. They don't know why they stuck for 5 or 10 years. They ain't got, if they're male, there ain't no females around. If they're female, ain't no males around. And it's just consistent going. And sometimes if you don't catch it, some way they keep it going. Like somebody might sell their soul 5 or 10 years. That person died, get out of here. Then the next person, it's like somehow they're keeping the births or the I wrote it down. The controversial license, or some license that swap you up. Damn, I lost that thing over. Some license that swap you up legally or something like that, birth stuff. And what it is, and people can start getting married in your name, and it's just sacrifice. Them people are selling their soul. Because you sacrifice somebody, you gotta save your soul. You alternate somebody's life, you gonna save your soul. Now, a lot of people must not know this. So the more they get knowledge on this, that's gonna slow down. That's gonna make the stream come in. That's gonna make it slow down. And it's like somebody named Boney out there. I think you started losing weight after you started attacking me. So you affect me in a bad way when you do stuff you ain't got no business. Like, some of y'all affect me in a good way, some of y'all affect me in a bad way, but all of y'all affect me in a good way. Because this is all these people gotta do. All these people gotta do that's been sacrificed to stand up straight for 5 or 10 years. That's it. All you gotta do, that's what I've been figuring out. Okay, God, they did this and they got away with it. They dominating us. The gene dominating us. The mountains is helping them dominate us. What can we do? Stand up straight. You gotta be like Jesus. That's why Jesus said what he said. You gotta walk like Jesus Christ. And what that's gonna do is, that's walking just like Jesus Christ, literally. Do you gotta walk like Jesus Christ till you die? Probably not. But do you gotta walk like Jesus Christ? People say, I'm doing this to tap into to this person. I'm doing this to tap into this person. They get to dancing around, throwing monkey blood on, or, you know, just all over the place. They sex ritual. Their eyes burning, and they do all this stuff. But it's another way to tap into your higher self, because that's all you're doing is tapping into your higher self. See, when you tap into your higher self, you can tap into anybody. Ooh, I said something then. This elder power stuff. Somebody try to take my molecule. I'm an elder, sweetheart. I'm an elder in the universe. Now, watch it. I said something then, so you tap into your higher self. God love music and entertainment too. That's why I'm still here. It ain't like y'all keep saying God is boring. If God was boring, none of this stuff would be here. You just made what we like to do perverse. Entertainment and music and stuff come from God. It wouldn't exist if it wasn't for God. God didn't just make Christian music. God made all kinds of music. See what I'm saying? Y'all just made it perverse and wicked. You forcefully, what's a weak frequency, a weak vibration? What is a weak? Yeah, frequency in a song, low frequency. What is one way to put low frequency in a song? Keep telling people, she's a hoe, treat her like a hoe. Be slut, treat her like a hoe. Do this to her, sleep with your wife and everything. Constantly, over and over again, 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 until everybody's doing it. That's one way to do it. Then there's other ways that you can't hear, generator waves. Message. Now, this is what you do though. That's how you straighten. I just showed y'all how to straighten the energy back up. So Jesus walked. Jesus got one. I don't know how many books Jesus got in the Bible. I know it's one particular book. I can't remember. John the Baptist, I think. And really, that's it. So you can do all this stuff. You want to dance around monkey blood, sex ritual. Your eyes burning. Oh, my eye burning. You can't sleep. You got to do all this stuff to get up in the morning because your mind ain't right because you did the most. And you can do all of that. Break yourself in half. Make sure you have to be on drugs to live with yourself, or you can just walk in Jesus Christ, walk into your higher self, tapping into them energies. It's still hard though, regardless. It's still tough. I mean, it's easy to do it the Jesus way, but you gotta put work in either way. So that's another way. So we look at rapture. We look at revelation. We look at rapture. So what is revelation? Revelation is rapturing back what people stole. You have to, if people have been selling their souls for a long time, then it warped the energy. To straighten the energy, you got to put it back. So how would you put it back? Well, Satan did this. Satan put the strings up, but Satan swapped energy. Satan basically swapped frequencies in people's chakras. Okay, in other words, it's like a physical surgery. in the physical, where you take a person's brain and swap the brains or the hearts and swap the hearts out in the physical world. But in the spiritual world, you do it through frequencies. So when you do it through frequency, the blah 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 blah, etc. 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 And then what's gonna happen is your angels, the people that think you are you, they're not no longer gonna think they're you. They're gonna think you are you. They're gonna think you are somebody else. With that being said, they're gonna find you in somebody else, which will be somebody else in your tree, your twin or your flame or your soulmate. That's why a lot of people are single today. Boy, I found out a lot in these 5 years, bro. But it's deeper than that. Magic is involved. Covenant stuff is involved. It's a lot deeper than that. And there's other ways to do this stuff. And sometimes people use every way. But if they can get your twin or your flame or your soulmate and they know it's yours and they know you valuable, they're going to turn that person out, male or female, and it's going to affect your life.